For 30 years, China's economic miracle was built on concrete. But today, the foundation isn't just cracking, it's collapsing. To understand why, we have to look at how this bubble was built and why it is fundamentally more dangerous than the one that crippled Japan in the 1990s. In most markets, supply and demand set the price. But in China, the script was flipped. The artificial price. Large developers didn't just build homes, they set the market. By creating artificial pricing and controlling supply, they inflated property values far beyond reality. The speculation trap. This fueled a wave of false demand. People bought homes as gold with a roof, believing prices would never fall. When the government's 3 red lines policy cut off developer credit in 2020, the music stopped. Real demand vanished, leaving a market built on speculation with nowhere to go but down. Here's where China's crisis takes a sharp turn away from Japan's history. The 70-year timer. In Japan, you own the land forever. It is a freehold asset. In China, all land is state-owned. You only buy a 70-year leasehold. The policy gap. Up to now, there is no clear policy on what happens when that lease expires. Because property is the main wealth creation tool for nearly 70% of Chinese households, this depreciating contract is a direct hit to life savings. Unlike Japan, where land was a permanent safety net, China's wealth is tied to a ticking clock. Beyond debt, there is a mathematical nightmare. China's birth rate has plunged, creating a massive oversupply of housing. We are now facing an average of 2 homes for every 1 person. High vacancy rates are no longer a temporary glitch. They are a permanent feature. There is no new generation coming to fill the void. We are now witnessing the Great Divergence. The days of a rising tide lifts all boats are over. The 30-kilometer rule. Housing demand will likely remain resilient only in the core 3, Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen, and even then, primarily within a 30-kilometer radius of the city center. The national doldrums. The rest of the country is entering a permanent slump. In Tier 3 and 4 cities, supply vastly outstrips demand, and prices have no floor. There is no soft landing. Sentiment has soured so deeply that it has become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Potential buyers see a shrinking population, a 70-year leasehold trap, and a mountain of surplus housing. Japan had a lost decade. China is facing a permanent structural downshift. Unless sentiment undergoes a miraculous shift, one that currently seems non-existent, this real estate crisis will plague the Chinese people for decades to come.